it's Ryan here. I just want to take a few minutes. I'm not going to be on here long. I just want to take a few minutes to update you guys on some of the wonderful things that I've been experiencing on my journey as a VIP brand ambassador for Marshawn Evans Daniels, excuse me. And one of the things that I wanted to do was take some time and share some of the nuggets, so to speak, that I got from or I'm getting from the book. I want to just take 2 seconds and acknowledge how extremely exhausted I am. I don't know if I look at bags under my eyes. I clearly have a turban on. I did not look like this 20 minutes ago. I did not want to wait until tomorrow to share this good information with you, so I washed my face, put a little press powder on, and grabbed a headscarf because your girl's hair is looking a mess. But it doesn't matter because all the good things that I want to share. For those of you who know, I have the opportunity to serve as a VIP brand ambassador for Marshawn Evans Daniels and on the launch team for her new book, Believe Bigger. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this opportunity. Not just because it's something cool and, unique, but I really believe the message. And I wanted to share some of the nuggets that I took away from the digital copy that I got. As a part of being on the Believe Bigger launch team, we were each given a digital copy of the book. And when I tell you the first chapter had me ugly crying in between the first part of the day and the second part of the day at work. I tried to read it at lunch, and ooh-wee, that's not the move. This book is a book that serves as a mirror. It is not just a feel-good book. There's some of everything in the book, first and foremost. It starts out talking about, I don't want to give everything away, but it talks about her experience in relationships that went downhill. We've all experienced that. It talks about a lot of different, it gives you business strategies. It talks about how to overcome in difficult situations. There's so many nuggets that are in this book. And I really want to encourage you, if you have ever felt stuck and you have ever felt like, I don't know what direction I'm going, I don't know what my purpose is, this is a book that you need to invest in. I had the opportunity to sow a seed, and I purchased 10 books myself from Marshawn, and I'm so excited about that opportunity. My goal is to seed all 10 of those books into the lives of 10 women that are following my videos and posts on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I want to do a drawing, and you actually have an opportunity to win one of those books before it's even released, and so I want to make sure that you guys get that opportunity. There is a contest, a requirement. You have to like, subscribe, and share, and then comment below on any of the platforms. So if you're on Facebook, you're already a step ahead of the game, because I don't think my profile is not public. But if you are on Facebook and you're my Facebook friend and you'd like to enter into the drawing to receive a copy of Marshawn's book, then you need to go to Instagram and you need to make sure you follow me there. And if you follow me there, great. Then you need to go on over to YouTube and you need to follow me there as well. I'll put the links to all my social media pages. But go ahead and do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment so that I know that you're there. Go ahead and comment and put done and hashtag Believe Bigger contest, so that I can keep track of who's actually in the running for the book. But I want to share something with you. I don't want to take up too much time. I'm exhausted. I was at the hospital with my son all day, so it's been a long, crazy day. On top of that, I had class, but I didn't want to go to bed without updating you on some stuff. One of the key quotes that stuck out to me with what I've been reading, Marshawn talks a lot about, in the first couple of chapters, the desert place. I don't know about you, but I have definitely felt like I have been in a desert place, a desert season. It's dry, it's dusty, you feel alone, there's nobody to talk to, and if you are talking to people, you are probably not seeing real life, right? Um, that is the desert place. It's a place of alone. And a lot of times we think about the desert place, especially in Christendom, we make it synonymous with lack or loss or suffering. Right, but Marshawn has this really great line in the book, and she said, desert seasons are designed to detox us, not to discourage us. And so that spoke so much to me as I find myself often by myself. I find myself alone. I find myself contemplating and wondering, okay, God, what are you doing in my life? And why am I here? And it's in those seasons where it seems like God has stripped us, and it seems like all the things we rely on and that we know to be true have started to fall apart, and we just can't quench the thirst that's in our spirit, man, that's in our heart. But it's oftentimes because God is trying to get us to depend on Him. He wants to be our key source. And I thought that was a really powerful concept. There's more to come on the detox season. I don't want to go too much into it in this video, but I will come back and do a live post. She describes what she calls split rock experiences that we have, where we have to come to a place where we acknowledge God as our provider and our sustainer. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, but that's deserving of an entirely different video all by itself, because I've had a few of those and may actually be in a split rock place currently. I don't know. Another really great quote that I took away, turban's falling down. Hey. Another really great quote that I took away from my earlier readings of the book. She says, what if what you're going through is not happening to you, but it's happening for you? How many of us have experienced things, and if you're anything like me, you're extremely dramatic, right? I don't know if any of you have ever watched Anne of Green Gables, but that was my movie as a little girl. And that she used to always say, I'm in the depths of despair. And I don't know if maybe you feel like you're in a place of despair right now. Maybe you feel like you've been in a place of despair. Maybe you don't even realize that the place that you're in is a place where you feel forsaken. But I want to challenge you in this hard moment, and I'm talking to myself as well. Because you have to stop and think, what if what I'm going through is not happening to me, but it's happening for me? And Marshawn talks about how we go through phases and situations in life that shake us, that break us, that strip us of all the things that we're dependent on, of all the things that we rely on day to day. And we don't even realize that we rely on these things and not on God Himself. And what we're relying on may seem natural and normal, right? We're relying on success. That's one thing that she talks about. We're relying on pleasing other people. We're relying on relationships. We're relying on status at work. All of these things help to feed into us. And what happens is we turn to those things, right, instead of turning to God. And so when God puts us in a difficult situation, it's not to just be mean and big and bad and scary and this angry, just dark cloud of a God, but instead, He loves us so much, and He sees the things that keep us from our destiny in Him, that He devises and sets a stage just for us to overcome, just so that He can pull out of us those things that separate us, and we don't even know or acknowledge that they've separated us from Him. I value success on my job. I am a first-generation college student. I am a single mother. I have gone through so many different life experiences in a very short time frame, and I have a tendency to rely on my own level of success. And that's okay to want to be successful. I'm not going to walk around here and say it's anti-Christ-like to want to be a success or to have success in your life. But it's when that success starts to take the place of your relationship and your dependency on God. That's a problem. And Marshawn talks about those things that keep us from relying on God as blessing blockers. Huge key. I won't give too much away, but oh my gosh, like when I tell you there's so many things that have me sitting back going, that's in me. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm reading my life in black and white. Like, who told you to follow me around for the last, I don't know, 20 years of my life and scribble down all of these things? There's so many nuggets in here, guys. I'm going to share a couple more of my favorite quotes. She says, oh, this was good. God loves us too much to leave us or lose us. So instead, he splits us so that true significance can flow from within. Whoa. I don't even have the word. I'm still wrapping my head around all of these different nuggets that have I've taken from this book. But when you think about, I feel pretty confident and pretty cool with the way my life is going. But to think that what God has for me supersedes and expands beyond what I can see for myself. And if I'm doing okay in my life, but God has greater for me, why would I stop short? Right? So sometimes God creates a stage and a scene. It's like birth. This was said we had a workshop earlier today, and Marshawn made a statement about how when you're pregnant, you can't determine the date of your delivery, but you can begin to prepare for the delivery. And I think a lot of us are in seasons where God is trying to prepare our hearts, and they may seem rough, they may seem like unfair, they may seem difficult or challenging, but I want to encourage you guys to, one, stop feeling sorry for yourselves, because I do it too. Like, woe is me. Okay, take your day, grieve your losses, because we all have them. We all have difficult moments. We all have losses of relationships. Those feelings are very real, and I don't want to be trivial or make anybody feel bad for feeling the weight of that. And after you felt the weight of your circumstances, take a step back and ask yourself, what if what is happening to me is happening for me and not to me? And what glory could God possibly get from my scenario or my situation? Because that takes challenge and difficulty in life and spins it on its head. It requires us to acknowledge God even in the difficult moments and say, God, even though you slay me, yet will I trust you. Because I know that your plans for me are to prosper me, to bring me to an appointed and expected end, that you are the author and the finisher of my faith. And that means that whatever is in the middle, you have scripted and you have carved out and you have written just for me. It kind of makes looking at our trials a little bit differently. I have struggle with adverbs. Don't judge me. The last nugget I want to leave you with, because this is already a 12-minute video and I was supposed to have been in the bed like 25 minutes ago. There's a quote that she has in the first couple chapters, and it says, "We like to take comfort in the familiar, but God is calling us to come out beyond the familiar and step into bigger." That's a paraphrase on my part, but that's the gist. So I'm going to read it again. We all like to take comfort in the familiar, but God is calling us to come out from beyond the familiar place and step into bigger. Stop. What more can you say? There's not a lot to say. I will encourage you with this. If you're in a place, in a season in your life, and you're stuck, and you're not sure how to actualize your purpose, you're not sure that you know which direction to go, and you're looking for a roadmap and a strategy, this book is it. I promise. I believe that God ordains every step and orchestrates our life. And I know that it was for such a time as this that I'm having this opportunity, because God is literally, I'm watching as I'm going to cry. I'm watching as I'm reading this, God doing a work in my heart in areas that I didn't even know I needed to be touched in. I'm watching, and what this book is requiring of me is it's requiring me to give up my blueprint for my life, release my control as architect, self-implode, and then trust that God is going to bring me out of the wreckage of my current situation. Like, what? Okay, I'm not quite there yet. I'm working on it. You know, I'm handing over the reins, but ooh wee, do I see myself. So let me encourage you. The link below. Maybe you don't want to wait for the contest. Pre-order this book, please. I promise you, spring break is coming up. You're gonna want to. I'm going to the beach. I don't know about you, but I'm going to the beach, and I will be on the beach with a copy of Believe Bigger and lots of highlighters and lots of tissues in preparation for the ugly cry. I am. I want everything that God has for me. I do. I want everything God has for me. Wakanda forever. Believe bigger. Bye. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you're interested in participating in the contest, comment below. See you later.